One of the victims of the Isla Vista massacre, Christopher Michaels Martinez, was a graduate of San Luis Obispo High School. His father has since become an advocate for gun safety reform across the country.
KSBY anchor Christina Favuzzi sat down with Richard Martinez to reflect on what happened 5 years ago and talk about what he says still needs to be done. The watch on Richard Martinez's wrist is at a standstill.
This is a watch I gave him. This is the watch that he was wearing when he died.
5 years ago today, he had his last conversation with his son, Chris.
He was such a good-natured kid. He enjoyed UCSB. He loved school. He loved Isla Vista.
The Slow High grad was one of 6 killed in a rampage by a deranged Santa Barbara City College student May 23, 2014. Chris went to the Isla Vista deli after getting off the phone with his dad. Moments later, he was killed.
And the last time I saw Chris was at the morgue. I remember leaving that room, and one of the sheriff's deputies gave us a small bag, and in the bag was his watch.
From that time forward, Richard Martinez became a national face of gun reform.
Chris died because of craven, irresponsible politicians and the NRA. They talk about gun rights. What about Chris's right to live?
Now a spokesman for the national nonprofit Everytown for Gun Safety, Martinez is wasting no time in demanding change.
4 months after Isla Vista, the governor here in California signed a red flag law.
That allows family and law enforcement to present evidence that someone is a danger to themselves and others. If the claims are ruled as valid, their guns will be confiscated. 14 states and D.C. now have red flag laws, too. After the Parkland, Florida shooting, states across the country, including 14 with Republican leadership, enacted 50 new laws restricting access to guns.
The momentum is with us. The gun lobby has never been weaker. People are tired of this.
In February, the House passed the first significant gun control bill in the last 25 years, requiring background checks for all gun purchases.
The political will is there to get something done. This country can do it.
While Martinez says there isn't a panacea to gun violence, he argues safety measures will chip away at the problem, ultimately saving lives so others can have more time together.
It said at 9:27, which is the time that he was shot, and I wear it every day.
Christina Favuzzi, KSBY News.
Well, Isla Vista mourns 5 years since that massacre. The 5th annual National Gun Violence Awareness Day is coming up on June 7th.